Welcome back to Shooting It with Sos. This evening I am out in the West Desert, Utah, or the Utah Western Desert, and wanted to show you a little bit of what I'm doing today. Specifically, I want to kind of cover some of this steel, show you what, I mentioned it before in another video. It's made by Citizens Tactical, and I want to show you what that setup looks like. As well as I'd like to kind of just briefly, and I can do this now, just briefly touch on these Walker electronic earmuffs, or hearing protection. These are the Walker razors. Many of you may have seen these. There's a lot of different brands out there. I particularly like the Walkers. This particular one, I believe it's around retail around 60 bucks. I've got an FFL dealer who gets them at a little bit better deal, and I buy them for about 35. So I really like these a lot, and I'm glad that I have a friend who can get these at a better price. However, the point is I wanted to just bring up that if you don't have a pair of these, you should try them. They're excellent. Basically what it does is you have a volume control here, so you put these earmuffs on, and obviously you can't hear, everything's muffled, but you turn them on, you switch this up and you turn them on, and then you can hear there's a microphone that allows you to talk to someone. So if your wife or your son or your daughter or anyone has a set of these on and you have a set on, you can talk to each other because there's a mic and you have volume control. But as soon as there's a noise that breaks a certain decibel reading, it muffles them out, like it shuts off. It's really awesome how you can use these whenever you're shooting and you can still communicate. So the Walker razors, get you a pair of those if you don't have them. They're pretty awesome. Nothing really else on this table I'm going to talk about. Maybe this new Olight I got. I mean, it's not super new, but I've had it for about a month. It's the Olight Mini Perun, and it comes with like this little Velcro patch, and many of you have seen these hats that have Velcro on them, and basically it just works as a headlamp, so that's pretty sweet. Little Mini Perun. But today I'm going to be shooting my Glocks, my 45 and my 19. I've got my Remington 870 out here in the camo. This is the Magnum. It takes 3.5-inch shells, so you can see it's the Magnum chamber here and bolt. And I've got this extended tube on it right now, which, it's quick on and off, so I switch between the standard stock tube and then this extended tube, and then I have a couple different chokes. This is just basically an open cylinder. But yeah, and then over here I've got my Areo Precision and my Field Optics tripod. So you can see I got this set up nicely here with my Bushnell AR scope. Love this thing, love this throw handle. Also, it does shrink, you can remove it at different lengths there, but this is an awesome scope and a great tripod setup. So I'm going to be shooting that a little bit. But like I mentioned, this is the Areo Precision. Let me see if I can pop this open. This is my nickel boron Areo Precision bolt. I've got the, I believe it's Spike Tactical release here with the Rise Armament trigger. I've got the Areo Precision charging handle, ambidextrous charging handle, and then I have the ambidextrous, which I elected to remove the second selector here for the safety selector, but essentially it's also the Spike, I think it's Spike Tactical is the name, but safety selector, and then the bad lever. I love having a bad lever, which is your battery assist lever, so that's awesome. But yeah, so you can see that setup there. I'm gonna shoot some rounds here tonight there, but let me get to the steel. Let me show you what I got. I'll start with the gong. Now the whole frame and the chains, that's something I added. This frame is actually from an old target for archery. It's an old archery target, but the steel is the Citizens Tactical steel. They punch 2 holes in there, and then of course they give you a couple bolts and this plate to act as your, I guess, your buffer there in between where you're going to put your nuts. Now normally I'll show you on these over here. By the way, that's my gong, but there is a little spacer in between here that you use to basically create a little distance so that you can put this stem in here to hold your plate. So the way, let me see if I can remove this. So essentially the way this works is there is a cap that sticks on the 2x4, and this particular one, not all of them have it, but this particular one has a little rack in the back so that you can run a 2x4 horizontally. And then you have this little steel setup like I showed you on the gong, and then it just slides on top of your stem, and there she is. The wood, of course, lumber you provide yourself. I put a little bit of protection to hopefully give my lumber a little bit more life. And then it comes, well, you have to buy these bases as well. These bases are great. You have all different types of options that you can use. Now these are not AR500, these are softer, but you only get a little, your splash. You're not really ever taking a shot to one of those. So those actually work really nicely. But as you can see also, let me show you the backside. They have these other pieces that slide in, that just slide on a 2x4 that's horizontal, so that you can make a rack just like this. Now this is their original. I mean, I bought these a long time ago. It's probably been 5 or 6 years now. This is like their original concept. And then the guy who owns this company, you can see it says Cit-Tac here, Citizens Tactical. This is his newer design for what we call sliders, or what he calls sliders, to allow you to create a system like this, a rack, if you will, plate rack. And then of course has the stem and then the same bolt setup. I've had this whole setup for, man, at least 5 years, with the exception of a couple sliders. I bought 2 new sliders since. So I probably had those new sliders for the last, I don't know, I guess it's been 2 years. So, but this system works incredibly well. I originally saw this guy at a gun show and I needed to get some steel. This is the first steel I bought, and then since, there's been all kinds of competitors out there for shooting steel and targets, and there's a lot of great options. Honestly, there really are a lot of great options. I like how this just comes apart. Each piece of it just disconnects and lays flat. That's kind of nice about it. So it's easy to carry. You don't have to carry them in this configuration. You just take them apart and lay them flat. Same for all those parts, they just lay flat. So it's really nice. Originally this gong was, set up for this same type of system with a stem, and you could set it out at a distance, but I wanted it to ring a little bit better, so I put a chain on it, but that's not too bad. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing tonight, or today. I'm going to be pulling the trigger a little bit and having a good time. You can see here's like I mentioned, the desert. Some of you may know where I'm at. Those of you who are familiar with the West Desert in Utah. But beautiful area, nice weather tonight. But excited to get on with it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the videos, and come check on, see what's next. Thanks guys, bye.